Hey Brent, in this video I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to bring in more customers to your business. My name is Seleni McGregor and I work with small business owners across the state of Utah. I'm actually based out of Utah County myself, just doing some research on businesses in your area, and Honest Home Services really stood out to me. So I just decided to make a quick custom video for you about your online presence and specifically how you stack up against your competitors. There is no sales pitch here, just pure value for you. So at this point, you're most likely sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this? What is in it for me? So oftentimes, most local business owners are just too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone, they just don't know who is an expert and who isn't. So I have found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it's resulted in some of those local business owners still raising their hands and saying, I like you, Seleni, please do this for me. So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've heard and you can see that I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, just shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or even if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan that I gave you and do it yourself, that totally works for me too. So let me show you the 3 things that will set your company above your competition. And I don't want to waste any more of your time or mine, so I'll be as brief as possible. The 3 things that I want to cover today is first, content, second, citations, and third, backlinks. So first up is content. So over here looking at your website, content is basically anything that you can see here on your front page that is highlighted. That can include text, pictures, what the pictures are saved as, and what is behind the pictures. That can all be considered content. So just briefly looking here, it looks like this picture is saved as Salt Lake City Plumbing Company. I think as I was browsing through a couple of the others, I think they all kind of have the same name there. So great job for making sure you've got some sort of keyword and indication in there. We just want to make sure we've got the right words listed under here for the content. And these are all things with all of this content. These are all things that the Google bots can read and just basically get an idea of what is this business? What services do they offer? What areas are they targeting? And all of that is going to position you in the search rankings. The goal is having unique and authoritative content. And you want to make sure to have enough of it to add in the right keywords and key phrases that people are actually searching for in Google. For someone to be able to find the services that you offer. So most business owners know that they do need content on their website, but they don't know that the average length of the top ranking companies on Google for plumbers is 1,500 to 2,400 words. So for you to show up at the top of Google, you need to have minimum 1,500 words on your homepage, again, with the right keywords and key phrases. Looking over here at your website, it looks like you've got about 1,000 words, whereas if we jump over to another one of your top competitors here, going through their website, they've got like, I want to say it was like 2,500, let me check my thing, yeah, 2,700 words. So again, very beatable, just making sure we've got the right content there and the right keywords. Now we're going to head over to one of my tools. This is called Ahrefs. It's a really cool tool. It typically costs about $200 to $300 per month. It essentially gives me behind the scene details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And it can give me a pretty good idea of what's working well for you and your competition. So I ran a quick scan for your competitor here, Mill Creek Plumbing. So initially we can see the overview of how they're doing. So we can see the keywords that they've got there on their website and what type of traffic their website is bringing in. If we want to dive even a little bit more, we can look at the exact keywords that their competition is ranking for and what the customers are actually searching every single month. So as you can see, your competitor here is ranking 3rd plumber, Salt Lake City, Utah, with 2,200 search volume every single month. 2.5 again for plumbers, Salt Lake City, at almost 1,700 search volume per month. Another high hitter here, 2nd position, Salt Lake Plumber at 500 searches a month. Third position, Salt Lake City plumber at 810 volume per month. We've got pretty high volumes coming in here. Now, if we jump back over into your site, we can see the same overview here. We can see the keywords that are being found on your website and the type of traffic that it is bringing in. Let's dive a little bit more in detail again on your keywords. So looking here, some of your higher rank position keywords, we've got 9th for leak detection, Park City, Utah, 50 search volume. 3rd for honest home service. So again, this one is a name specific. You want to kind of think about search terms for what are people actually searching into Google. Unless they already are aware of your company and your company name, it's not as likely that that's going to be the high volume searches. As you can see here, we're looking more those general terms, right? Plumber Salt Lake City plumbers, things like that people are actually searching for those types of services. So again here, looking at a lot of your keywords here, you do have some volume, but your position here is 2nd, 3rd, 4th page. So you're close on your keywords, but it's not what your ideal customers are typing in. So again, the first thing that you want to be able to do to beat out your competition online is get your site to the minimum of 1,500 keywords with 1,500 words with keyword-rich content on your homepage. Because that's what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable if you get this done. So now we're going to jump over here into Google again with one of those top keywords, plumber Salt Lake City. You can see first of all here, this is the ads section. And here's the thing about ads. Ads can work, but they can also be a money pit if your foundation, like your website, isn't dialed in. So be really careful to not burn your money in Google ads until you know for sure that your site will convert. So we're actually going to jump down here just below the ads section. So this area right here has a lot to do with the second important thing that we're going to talk about, which is citations. So you're probably asking yourself, what's a citation and why do they matter? And that's a great question. You see, this Google Maps section, this is called the Google Map Pack. I'm sure you've seen it, or you've even probably used this section at some point. And possibly you've even thought to yourself, how in the world can I get my business up on here? Well, as you can see with these results, we can see the business's names, addresses, and phone numbers. Those are called NAPs, N-A-P. This is how Google verifies and gives relevant information to your local business. So let me explain the number one thing that you can do today to push your business up on this map pack. So right now you're not ranking here in the top 3-4 listings right here. So you want to have your site on as many, you want to have your business name, address, and phone numbers listed on as many directories as possible so that people can find your business. So directories are places like Yelp and Bing and Hot Frog and City Star, and there's a couple hundred other directories. So when you get more citations than your competitor, especially citations from authoritative and industry-specific websites, your credibility boosts, and then you gain more trust from Google, which then therefore pushes you above your competition in the map pack area. So you might be asking yourself, great, how do I do this? Well, it's really simple. So we use sites like WhiteSpark or Bright Local that'll tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed on, and then we can literally go down their list and match what directories they are on. But we don't want to stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So if your competitor has 100 citations, we're going to go out and get 150, 200 citations. So that takes them a long time to catch up. That pretty much wraps up the citations. Now let's talk about the third thing that I wanted to go over with you today. Backlinks. We often call this link juice, and this is the third pillar that will really help you dominate on Google. So just below this Google Map Pack section, we've got the organic listings. So again, when we search for plumber Salt Lake City, and when we scroll down past the map pack, you see that your site is not number one. Now, this is where you want to be, and in order to get here, you've got to beat out your competition in every aspect. You need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, that all comes down to backlinks. Simply put, a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. Site A links to site B, then A is giving B some of its link juice or authority. So kind of like a vote of confidence in Google's eyes. And the more relevant the site is, the more valuable the link. The easiest way to think about link juice is to simply think about it almost like a popularity contest back in high school. You want the coolest, most popular kid or sites in this situation to be pointing back and recommending you. So we want the most high quality links linking back to us to show that we are popular in Google's eyes. But even more to it than that, not all backlinks are created equal. Quality over quantity here. The backlinks that you obtain work a lot more effectively when you've got relevant sites linking back to you. For example, if you've got a local blog or maybe a construction company linking back to you, that would be much more effective than like an ice cream shop or Pizza Hut linking back to you because, hey, you don't make pizzas for a living. So we're going to jump over back here to our tool, our Ahrefs tool, and we can actually look and see that you've got 71 backlinks pointing back to your website. It's not bad, but it's not dominant. If we jump over here to your competitors, we can see similarly, you've got 129 backlinks pointing back at them, and some from very strong, relevant sources. And we can actually click here and see specifically where these sources are coming from. Once again, how do we get these? Well, again, we can see these exact same links and we can go get these plus other quality links. This is very beatable with time. Getting you to the top is not magic, it's just a method, and I've shown you the exact method today. So again, the 3 things that you can do today to grow your online presence is focus on first, your content. Make your front page having at least 1,500 words with the right keywords and right phrases so you're actually being found for the things that people are actually searching for in your area. Second, citations. You want to have around 200 to 300 of these to beat out your competition by a landslide. And then lastly, backlinks or leak juice. You need to have more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google that you are the authority. If you implement these strategies today, you could be #1 across Google. So I'm sure you're wondering, well, what now? Well, you can go ahead and take this information that I've provided to you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. Or if you found this information valuable and are one of those business owners to still raise their hands for the most effective route to save yourself time and hassle, simply respond to my email. I'd love to chat and dive deeper with you in just your specific situation and see what I can do to help your business really thrive. Once again, my name is Seleni, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a great day. See you later.